Guys, deluded, I'm back again. YouTube's N'Golo Kante. Obviously, we've beat Borehamwood 8-0. Zuno Embre's first game. We can't draw too many conclusions from this. Players are not fully fit. Players are still learning and all of that jazz. But we wanted to see it in it. We wanted to see kind of how we'd line up and things like that. And then you kind of saw it. I mean, at times the formation changed. I mean, this formation you saw in the second half wasn't going to be the same as the first. It looked like 5 at the back, 3 at the back in the second half, depending on what you call it. 4 in the first half. So yeah, let's not get hung up on what the actual formation was. But just as a general example, people, what I really liked today is, firstly, let's talk. It's a bit dirty. Blue tack. Firstly, ignore everything. This is the back. Bourne was back 4 in it. I ran out of a lot of things, but this is what I liked. Ignore these midfielders for a bit, people, and apologies if I'm not holding this correctly, but Aubameyang and Lacazette, many talk about them two not being able to play. One's going to be on the bench. This man's going to do this and whatever. I liked both of them. The link-up play between the two was amazing. One person running long, one person coming deep, as I've told you before. Working the channels. And this is what actually impressed me the most. They both worked the channels, and this is what I believe what they've been working on in training. Because then you saw our midfielders, Maitland-Niles, Smith, Nelson, all these other examples. They then had the freedom to make runs. One come deep. Many people doing different things. Like, that's really what impressed me today, people. The amount of different, considering we're playing a compact formation, the amount of different runners and things. You did see Uno Emery talk to Maitland-Niles and Emerald Smith, use these two as an example, people. I think it was to tell them this. Because of how compact we make, offer an option. I like how there was many options. But yeah, staying on topic with Aubameyang and Lacazette, people. Again, coming short, making runs. Again, like, it was really good to see between them two. Then obviously, on that same topic, the midfielders. It was, pretend these people are midfielders. Bear with me. You saw Reece Nelson getting in behind. You saw Emerald Smith, whoever you want to use as an example, doing his thing. You saw it. You saw the fullbacks. I felt Bellerin could have done much better, but definitely Osei Tutu making runners. This is what Bellerin should have been doing, people, making runners. Because then when you look at Aubameyang and Lacazette, and then the centre-halves can come up the pitch, and then, I forgot the other midfielders. The other midfielders, you can see how we can limit teams and how we can press and how we can do certain things, especially if we play City, where City, let me move a lot, let me put this back to a normal formation, people. Pretend this is 4 at the back again, and them two. And move these people in midfield to make the example. How City like to play when they've got all of these midfielders that will show for the ball. We can outnumber them, and we can outnumber them tactically because of Uno Emery. We'll have to, because they're better than us technically, we'd have to fight them. But we can play football as well. But best of both worlds. I still expect, based on the Bournemouth game, I still would need to see a bit more from the fullbacks in terms of providing width, because the best example would be our neighbours down the lane, Spurs. If you remember Walker and Rose, how they used to provide whips a few years ago. But you see how we can potentially outplay them, out-tactically them without fighting them, either equal them or outnumber them in midfield, as you can see. There was options. Again, if we fight fire with fire, there's still runners. There's still runners doing their things. Obviously, they'd be offside right now, but you get the point. But these lot would have to follow their runners, to which someone can come and pick up the ball. Do you get it, people? Like, it's not rocket science. It's not rocket science. But for me, the last point I'm gonna say on this is the fullbacks. Let me make the example. Like, it's the fullbacks for me, people. Like, fix this up a bit. We're 2 now, as it is. It doesn't matter if we play 4-3-3, 4-2-3-1, the diamond, or whatever variations, or whatever we play. We're already very compact, if you're being honest, as an Arsenal side. We're very compact. I need to see the fullback stretching. Because if we're trying to play this diamond, again, even when Gudezi was on the pitch, if we're playing this diamond, you don't need to just be, like, let me bring one more midfielder. If we're playing this diamond, I need you to go forward. Because either wingers are going to have to come back with you and follow you, or you're making an option, to which there's space. People can get onto the ball now, whether that's Emerald Smith or Maitland-Niles in the first half, or someone that likes to pick the ball up a bit deeper in Gudezi, who will pretend this is now the fullback and this is now Gudezi. He will do neat little passes, give and go, receive it, probing, to which, pretend these are not fullbacks anymore, people, these are strikers. Wrong one. These are strikers. If Guedezi's still doing his thing, to which Aubameyang can make a run. Lacazette. Someone can still hear. To which this could be another midfielder. To which someone comes deep, people. You get where I'm going? Like, So far, so good. We can't draw too many conclusions based on that. I like how he swapped his formations tactically and technically in the second half. So it's good things to see from Unai Emery, to be fair, in my opinion. Like I said, we can't draw too many conclusions, but it seems to be they're actually learning the thing in training. What I like to see is the intensity. It doesn't matter if it's Giancarlo Scorsese or Unai Emery. It's intensity, and it's no doubt going to rub up on the players sooner or later. Do I think it's fully rubbed off? No, because we're still learning in pre-season. At the end of the day, we're not going to see the true benefits of pre-season, and actually, probably until 5-10 games into the season. That's where we're going to see where these men are actually on more than anything tactically, because we can't expect them in a couple of weeks to learn what Unai Emery has been doing for years. It don't happen like that. They learning, of course, but they haven't learnt it. When it comes, it comes. Look how long it took Pochettino to implement his football at Spurs, and now they're learning it. You can't underestimate how long it takes to learn something. But yeah, people, man. Guys, deluded. Get in the comments, subscribe, and do the rest. I'm out.